Hey everybody. I noticed that a few people were struggling yesterday with the video that I gave you for introducing two-step equations. So I wanted to walk you through a couple examples real quick and see if maybe this might help you understand it a little bit easier. So a two-step equation is called a two-step equation because there's two steps that you have to do. When we were solving these algebra equations, we were trying to figure out what x equals. To get x all by itself, like a solution, we have to get rid of now two different things. And because we're working backwards, because we're getting rid of stuff, we're going to do the opposite of the order of operations, which means we're going to do not PEMDAS, but SADMEP. We're just doing PEMDAS backwards. When what that means is basically we're always going to try to get rid of subtracting and adding first. So if I want to get x by itself, I need to get rid of everything else. I need to get rid of this multiplying by 3. I need to get rid of adding 5. And I'm always going to get rid of adding and subtracting first. So to get rid of something, we do inverse operations. We just do the opposite. To get rid of adding 5, we subtract 5. But we always have to do it to both sides. If we don't do it to both sides of the equation, we're basically just creating a brand new equation, and we won't get the answer that we're looking for. So now I've gotten rid of that plus 5 with a minus 5, and now I'm going to rewrite my problem. What's left over is 3x. That was the same as what we did before, and I'm going to have 12 left on this side. Again, that's the same as what we did before, and now x is almost by itself. We just have to get rid of this multiplying by 3. So after you get rid of the adding and subtracting, then you get rid of the multiplying and dividing second. To get rid of multiplying by 3, we divide by 3. If I do it to one side, I do it to the other. I'm doing the exact same thing I did with one step. I'm just doing it twice because there's two things to get rid of. So x equals 12 divided by 3 is 4. That's the strategy for two-step equations. You're going to do the same thing you did with one-step equations, which is inverse operations, except you do it twice because there's two things to get rid of. And we always get rid of the adding and subtracting first because inverse operations means the inverse of the order of operations. Let's do one more. So this one, x is being divided by 4, and then we're subtracting 5. And let's say that equals, I don't know. Actually, let's just make that equal 4. So again, we're trying to get x by itself, which means we have to get rid of everything else so that we know what x equals. And we're always going to do the order of operations backwards. So we're getting rid of the adding and subtracting first. So to get rid of subtracting 5, we add 5. If we do it to one side, we do it to the other. Once you've gotten rid of that first thing, you rewrite your problem so you see what's left over. X is still over 4, and 4 plus 5 equals 9. Now x is almost by itself, but it's being divided by 4, and to get rid of that, we multiply by 4. If we do it to one side, we do it to the other. So those two things cancel out. Multiplying by 4 is the opposite of dividing by 4, and they go away. All that's left is my x, and x equals 9 times 4, 36. Two-step equations. First, get rid of the adding and subtracting with the inverse operation, and then get rid of the multiplying and dividing second with the inverse operation. Whatever's left over is your solution. I hope that helped, and hopefully I will see you guys soon.